Welcome back to the Stoop football fans. It's your boy Lolo. We faked ourselves out on there. There was like 14 seconds left, and it just...
We never know what's going to happen on the Stoop. We're not even on the Stoop today. We're in front of the Stoop.
We're in front of the Stoop again.
Where are the workers?
They were supposed to be here at noon, and here we are.
Here we are. We're not on strike.
But cheers to you, man. Happy weekend. We finished the weekend.
Finished week 9.
We survived.
Survived week 9.
We survived an onslaught from Mo Salah. We just survived an onslaught from
Josh King.
Josh King from Chelsea. Lots of goals.
Yeah.
Lots of goals this week. That was absolutely a cracker.
It was a cracker week. Hello, Anders. How you doing?
Kicked off by a really good Friday, I would say, where Arsenal beat Aston Villa. And that was a great way to start. But the next match, and before we get started, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with all of your friends. Are we off the comments? There you go. Mark's taking control right now. There we go. Hey, Karen C. Good to see you.
You notice.
So why don't we go ahead and get through this, because we got a lot of matches to talk about. So let's get Najee in here. Everybody, give it up for Najee. I know you love him. You love him.
And he was loving all 7 goals.
How are you guys?
Good,
man. We're doing all right. Have you taken that grin off of your face since Saturday?
Great weekend. And you started on a Saturday morning, with a great win. So
we started on Friday night. Okay, stop it.
I know.
Started with a great win on Friday night.
I see that.
But listen, Chelsea. Look, Chelsea came out and put their stamp on that match straight away. They were saying, a lot of people asking what we're going to do without Lukaku. And, we don't have Timo Werner.
I was waiting for the mercy rule.
I was just mad that I went out and bought Kai Havertz for him to be the only player to not score or get an assist.
Chelsea
didn't score.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea were professional in that game. They had the right attitude, to be honest with you, they say that in the Premier League, every game is not an easy game, and you have to earn everything on the football field. But, we had no Werner, no Lukaku, no problems, guys. 25 goals so far this season for Chelsea, 17 different players. Guess who scored in this game? Reeves James, Academy. Yeah. Mason Mount, Academy. Who also scored from the academy for Chelsea?
I have no idea, but I know Chilwell scored. Is he an academy kid?
No, Chilwell. No, but no, Chilwell is not from the academy. But there is another Chelsea player that scored, which is fine, But Thomas Tuchel, that shows you that Thomas Tuchel is giving everybody a chance, And,
I think in this he didn't have a choice.
But we talk about Pep roulette so much; it's gotten to almost Tuchel roulette as well. Where you're like, who's he going to play in the back there? Is Halaba going to stay there, or is it going to be, Hudson-Odoi is going to get a go?
Oh, he looked good.
Ross Barkley. So it looks like he's trying to keep all of his options firing. So it doesn't matter if it's Champions League or if it's Carabao Cup or FA Cup or the league, he's gonna have informed players. So even when I think this is one of your worst moments, did Azpilicueta even play?
Nope.
No, Aspi didn't play.
Yeah, right. Like all the people who went out and bought him, they're like, he's the only sure thing on the team. And
I wanna thank Ben. I want to thank Ben because he said Hudson-Odoi. So Hudson-Odoi, he's the third player that scored.
Margaret Cho.
And
here we go with Halaba in the back with Thiago Silva as your center back. That's just crazy.
Yeah, and
I had Rudiger on my fantasy team and made him the captain.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Did you have Salah on your team?
We're not talking. That's the last.
Anybody have Josh King on their team?
I would be surprised.
Anybody
has Josh King?
Mason Mount on their team? Not many people, but
I just wanna say 2 things about Chelsea. And Norwich had one opportunity all game. Mendy saved it. It was a bad back pass, and Mendy saved it. But he was so happy and so upset at the same time. Happy because it's a clean sheet, but upset with the defenders. Like, what are you guys doing? So I love the attitude there. Mendy doesn't want to concede. We only conceded 3 goals this season, 2 of them from a penalty. Ward-Prowse, and then of course the penalty from Liverpool at the beginning, of the season, Mo Salah, and then a goal from Man City when they won 1-0. So Chelsea very solid at the back, but this game showed me more about what Norwich are than what Chelsea are right now, to be honest.
I think you might want to change that to what Norwich aren't.
Yeah.
If there was a case of a team playing, a junior varsity team playing a varsity team, could any more have gone wrong for Norwich? They get a red card. They have a handball penalty. They have an own goal.
They were not fighting.
Tragic.
And they were not fighting for anything. Like the penalty kick, no fighting. The red card, he just went out right away. He's like,
yeah,
oh my
he
God.
walked away. He knew it.
There is no
fight.
fight.
But let me ask you. Look at the screen right now and look at these 11 players. This is not the team. Like, who could have picked this as a team that would put up 7 goals?
Exactly.
You're without Lukaku. You're without Timo Werner. You're
it's
and like, what is this makeshift back line that you have? And Ben Chilwell and Reece James are there, so you essentially have a back 5 against Norwich. Against Norwich,
it's the system. That's what it is, guys. When you have a
plan.
Nazi,
tell me about this team that we're looking at right now. What is this team? Did this inspire confidence in you when you saw it?
I had confidence. I had confidence beating Norwich. Like, you can't play this team when you play City or Liverpool, But that's what I'm saying. Norwich is the worst team in the Premier League history. Southampton lost 9-0 to Man United last year. It wasn't as bad as Norwich.
I think it was 9-1, wasn't it?
Did they score 1? No, I don't think so. I think it was 9.
But you know what? They responded. Like, Southampton responded. I don't think Norwich have anyone to respond. Like, they're toothless. They were outclassed, outfought in that game.
Yeah. Scott Newby right here. The only thing worse than Norwich or Ollie this week was me bringing in Havertz and captaining him. I almost captained him. And then I went like, why would you take the captain away from the... How dare you say Salah is the best player in the world right now?
And not make him
fear
your captain.
Man United. Fear Harry Maguire. Like, no. So I made him my captain last minute. Well paid. Well played as well.
I spoke with
Chelsea. Were missing 145 million pounds of strikers. Still scores 7 goals. How can the bottom 16 compete with that? It's a big question, and I guess we'll see if money can fix that. With Newcastle going out and spending a ton of money.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about money later on, but yeah.
All right, so. Naji, can we sufficiently say that we have talked enough about Chelsea?
Oh yeah, let's move on. Yeah,
moving on. Okay, guys. Next up would be what was next up in the what was the next match of the day? Let's get right into the first Stoop derby that we have going on. The first legit Stoop derby.
Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room.
Hold on, let me get it up here. Boom. Let's talk Leeds United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. It ended 1-1 at Ellen Road. To me, was the story of 2 different Leeds teams. There was the Leeds team that was out with Raphinha. Raphinha, clearly the most important person on the pitch. He gets knocked out by a yellow card. Type of a challenge. You'll have plenty of time for this, and then Gellard comes on, Somerville comes on, and this Leeds team with a bunch of young guys start running
5 notches.
5 notches, easy.
Yeah,
became, as Mark has been saying all morning, the Leeds that we had been. That's
the Leeds that I've been expecting to see all season long, and it finally came out, unfortunately, against my squad. But I got to give it up for him, And I said for the last 2 weeks You know, James and I have been having conversations about this upcoming squad, and I said to James, I said, I'm not going to sleep on Leeds, and his response was, "You go ahead and sleep on this team now." But I'm like, no. And you know, I've always you guys always talk to us about how Ellen Road is this raucous arena and the fans are rabid, and I've never you know, obviously last season didn't see it because there was no one in the stands. Now they're in. I've watched a bunch of Leeds games. I haven't seen it, but that second half against Wolves, holy crap. If I was sitting there, even as a Leeds fan, I would have been scared. It was just so loud, you know, and that's watching it on television.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wanna give them credit just because I want to give Leeds United credit just because they were Calvin Phillips didn't start the game, Bamford's still out. They had a lot of issues, you know, within the past few weeks with injury suspensions, international breaks, all that. Raphinha didn't play also, so I wanna give them credit. But I was very disappointed with Wolves starting lineup, to be honest with you.
I didn't like it either. I couldn't understand why Neves didn't start.
Come on, man! Like Neves, he's an automatic. Neves is an automatic, and then Podence played really well the last game. I think he should have started in
I like Podence coming off the bench. I really do. He gives them that spark. Yeah. And the one thing I noticed about Podence this season, he got big. I mean, he's not a tall dude. He's not going to grow, but he's got mass now.
Oh, well,
you know, last year I used to see that little guy get pushed off the ball. I'm not seeing it so far this season.
That's what it takes to play in the Premier League. You know, he puts some weights on, some muscle on. But also Trincao. Where is Trincao? He
has COVID.
Okay,
but he was COVID.
He was back on the bench. You know, I mean, we don't know how COVID affected him. That's true. But I didn't like the formation. But I really enjoyed watching Gelhardt for Leeds, man. This guy was
electric. He was a spark plug.
He was electric. He I think he could have had a hat trick if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he had two clear chances and then got the penalty, which he could have taken. I would have had full confidence in him. And first of all the people saying, "I told you Rodrigo was going to score. I told you." It was a penalty that he had absolutely nothing to do with, and it wasn't even like an amazing penalty. So cut it out. Shut up. Score from open play, please.
Yeah,
I'm not giving Aubameyang any credit for scoring from a penalty either. So relax.
No.
Born in 2002, this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
19, 20 years old. Bought for under $1 million.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, man.
You know,
Wigan is wigging out about that. But you could see it on his face. You could see the drive, the excitement from him and Somerville. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at the stats of this match as well, just to see where we're at. So look, same amount of shots on target, but Leeds were.
This is what Leeds does.
18 of those. I'd say 15 of those were in those last 10 minutes.
I would say like at least 10 of them were in the last 20 minutes for sure. You know, and I what it really came down to is I think the Wolves got a little. They panicked. They panicked at the end there.
Yeah, they did.
And it's something that as a Wolves fan I've seen so many times. We get into stoppage time and the team is coming at us and we commit that penalty in the box, and that's the game, you know, that costs us points, you know, and it doesn't surprise me. You know, I've seen it. I've been watching Wolves for 3 years now. I've seen it at least 6 times.
Yeah. I just want to say I gave them credit, but at the same time, it's 1 win from 9 games. You know, they conceded 16 goals already this season. And look who they play next. And oh my goodness, what's going to happen next weekend against Norwich, you know?
What's going to happen on Tuesday against Arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, this is a League Cup game though, no?
Yeah.
That's
so what's going to happen is Arsenal's going to destroy them because they're terrible in the League Cups. And yeah, it is what it is. Arsenal are on a tear right now. And this is our only other competition that we're in, just like Leeds United. Well, this, I guess, FA Cup. But we'll deal with the fuck up.
I can't wait to hear the predictions from the Stoop crew for this weekend against Norwich.
About Norwich. We'll see how they play tomorrow. And guys, we're going to be doing a post match tomorrow after the Arsenal Leeds match. Let's hope it's exciting at the very least.
It'll be fun to watch, regardless.
I think Mikel Arteta has to go for it just as much as Bielsa has to go for it. Like it's the only trophy.
It's the only.
Once again, we have the FA Cup, but it's the only trophy that we probably have a shot at. So Arsenal's going to go at it, and Leeds is going to go at it. But okay, guys, can we quickly deal with this? Jason says, "What do we have to do to get a fair shake from ref?"
Yeah, Jason, it went both ways.
For fuck's sake.
It went both ways.
Listen, it doesn't surprise me that
Jimenez couldn't get a call. So if we want to bitch about the refs for a little bit here, I can do it too. I'm not going to, but Jimenez couldn't get a call. You guys didn't get the call. Now I will say this. Let's just go ahead and get it out there and how I feel about it. Here's the thing, right? Seiss should have gotten a red. Fantastic, absolutely, without a doubt. No talking around it. But here's the thing that I don't understand. I've only been watching for a short few years. I watch a lot, and I'm learning as much as I can. And this is something I don't understand. So you have a penalty on the guy, whether it be a foul on the guy, whether it be Raphinha, whether it be last year with Virgil van Dijk, and it should be a red card. But there's it seemed to, in this case and in the case that I'm, my example with Virgil van Dijk, that I don't understand. It seems like that these other fouls supersede. So they called Seiss for the handball. They didn't call him on the tackle. That made no sense to me. They called the offsides on Virgil van Dijk and not the penalty on Pickford. So the foul. Well, that was in the box, though. Yeah, that was in the box. So if I say foul and penalty, it's because I'm used to American sports and they're used synonymously, and I'm going to try and get that straight someday. Don't keep your hopes up. But Seiss should have had a red, but it seemed like they paid more attention to the handball, and that didn't make any sense to me. Seiss should have been sent off. We should have lost that game. We walked out of Ellen Road with 1 point, and we are so lucky to have that point. That's really all I got to say. You outplayed us in the second half. We panicked at the end. We lost our lines and gave up, we gave up that penalty. We gave up the penalty like we have done so many times before. Good on you, Leeds.
Yeah.
Good on you.
No, but I mean, look, Mr. Tom says, I don't get why VAR didn't or couldn't turn it into a red, yet Klopp can get a play on where they say not even a foul, and that gets turned into a red against Leeds, where we were arguing about that. That wasn't even a foul, and it gets turned into a red card. But does it surprise you who the fourth official was?
Absolutely not. And I knew it when
the one who may have
when I saw
told
the
them
guy,
to look at it.
And did you guys notice that Mike Dean was like this to Bielsa practically the entire game because he knows Bielsa is going to get the most face time? That guy is such an attention whore.
Mike Dean, yeah.
But when I saw Mike Dean on the sidelines toward the end of the second half, I turned to my wife and I said, Mike Dean's going to give like 5, 7, 8 minutes of stoppage time. You watch.
Yeah.
And that it was 6. It was ridiculous. It shouldn't have been that much. But again, Mike Dean's a cunt.
Yep. Yeah.
But no, seriously, good on Leeds. You guys really turned it on the end, and I was super impressed. And like I said, we're lucky to have gotten a point.
I got to say, I wasn't impressed with either team. Really, because Mark, you guys scoring that first goal, actually against the run of play, I would say I thought Leeds had more control of the game. At that point, Raphinha had control of the game, and he was doing some entertaining stuff. You guys had a quick counter that turned into goals. Another goal should have been instantaneous. Like it shouldn't have slowed down. But it was like, okay, cool. Now let's go back to doing what we were doing.
No, I agree. And it wasn't.
You guys should have been up by at least 2 goals at halftime, and then you let them back into the game. And when a player like Raphinha comes off, somebody has to step up because nobody else was doing anything.
I do think that it would have been there may have been a different result if Neves had been in the middle, because I felt we missed him, and I just don't feel that Aitniori You know, he's someone you want to bring off the bench in the last 20 minutes. You don't want to give him full time because he's just prone to making just youth mistakes. I don't want to say stupid mistakes, but youth mistakes. You know, you need experience. You know, just like what they're doing with Morgan Gibbs White. You know, they sent him to Sheffield United to get some experience. You know,
yeah. Anyway, all right. So that is what it is, guys. It's time to move on to the next match, and the next match of the week that we care to talk about. So which one was going on at the same time was Crystal Palace Newcastle. They ended 1-1. Don't really care about that, except that I didn't mind that Newcastle got a point. Keep that Crystal Palace away from Arsenal. I didn't mind that Leeds and Wolves got a drew either. I was hoping everybody drew this weekend, except for Spurs, and it almost happened.
Two things.
Go ahead, Najee.
Crystal Palace is one of the unluckiest team in the league this year. They should have had like minimum.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, they were on the front foot for most of these games. You know, and then at the end of the day, they're drawing these games, and this is not gonna help. I mean, we know they're gonna avoid the drop, but they should have been with more points than 9. I think right now that's what they have. And then Newcastle, man, I just want to say, Callum Wilson.
Yeah, they're happy to have him back.
One of my favorite strikers. Like when Newcastle scores, hey, Callum Wilson did. Yeah, it's like. Most of the time, Callum Wilson is on the score sheet for Newcastle. This guy is saving them right now.
Did Zaha suit up for this one?
Zaha did, and he played. He came on.
Oh, he came on.
Yeah.
Huh.
He didn't start.
Other than attitude.
I don't know enough about him.
I think
if he's healthy, he plays. So he's someone you got to have in the lineup. So I think him coming on.
But I think he was. I think his attitude was that he was pouting because of a Steve Bruce leaving or quitting or getting fired or whatever.
That's the wrong team.
Oh, is it? I don't know who I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about the Leeds game.
It looks like he came on. Yeah, Zaha came on in the 67th for Olise. This is a new young kid that they have.
Yeah.
Okay, but that game is what that is. I want to quickly talk about Everton and Watford because who would have thought Watford could come in and put up 5 against Everton? Everton had been playing a bit better.
Yeah, but they missed Decore, man. They really did.
I just don't understand how the wheels can come off the way that it did because if we look at the scoring of this match, look at all those goals. 78th minute. So they had 1 goal. It was so at the 63rd minute, it becomes 2-1. Everton are winning.
Richarlison
and then
his head on
78th minute, 80th minute, 86th minute, 91st minute. That is the epitome of the wheels coming off.
No, absolutely. But I want to go back to Richarlison. He was on the field for like 5 minutes. He was so excited to get in there, and his goal was tight.
This is crazy. Equal possession, pretty much. 20 shots, 8 shots on target.
And
like
they all came in the
Everton
last 10 minutes.
Just got destroyed. And who did Watford play last week and give up 5 goals to?
They played
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool, yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
So look out, Leeds United, because you play Norwich next. And the last team that Liverpool thrashed went on to score 5 the next week. So look out, Norwich.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Leeds fans.
Who's playing who?
Norwich is playing Leeds. Liverpool
just put up. I see the mirror. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, no. That was Chelsea who played Norwich.
Correct.
My bad. So it should be whoever plays Man United next needs to look out.
Who plays Man United?
Because Liverpool is showing teams.
Somebody that
Liverpool is showing teams.
Man United gets Spurs next.
Yeah.
Wolves get Everton.
We're not winning the Manchester City Cup. What are you talking about? Come on, give us a shot. Yeah, look, it's not often that a team concedes 5 and then scores 5 in the next game. And it's not like they conceded 5 but also scored a couple. They scored nothing and they looked terrible. And then all of a sudden they look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Man.
Yeah, I like how Everton gave away Joshua King last, this
yeah,
season.
Man, that was his revenge game. It's like, what, you don't want to sign me? Fine, I'll score a hat trick on your bitches.
But don't forget, I trashed him last week because I said that they just fired the manager after 5 games, and then they hired Claudio Ranieri. Of course, it's Italian owners. They're gonna hire the coach that they feel they could save them. But Ranieri, kudos to him. That's a good result. 3 points.
Yeah, great 3 points for them.
Yeah, man, and that's 2 straight losses for Everton. Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, that's no good. Let's move on. Southampton, Burnley. This was a back and forth sort of thing. I think the thing that stood out the most for me is this guy, Maxwell Cornet. Cornet. Don't even know where he actually plays. Okay,
he played for Lyon in France before, and he was a good player. A lot of teams in the Premier League wanted him. I'm not sure how Burnley got him.
He didn't even play 90 minutes. He scored 2 goals. But look, I think he's come on in the past couple of weeks.
He scored 1 last week too.
Yeah,
let's check this dude out from the Ivory Coast. Maxwell Cornet. He's born in 96. I don't trust people who were born in the 2000s and on. Just a little side thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, man. You score a double and you can't get your team to win, man. That is just crazy.
That is nuts.
Southampton still without a win this season? Are they?
Southampton, I don't know.
Or did they? No, they beat Leeds, didn't they?
They have a win.
Yeah, they beat Leeds.
No, guys, guys, you guys are looking at the wrong player at the wrong team. Look who scored.
Shut up! Nobody cares about Broja.
Look, I care about Broja. I'm really happy he scored because that means his knee is good because he got smacked last week, and I thought that might be a bit of time off for him, but he can't. Not only does he come back, but he comes back strong. But I actually want to take the focus away from Broja and talk about Livramento. Livramento is killing it this season. Oh my God!
Moving on.
Everyone's a Chelsea player.
Brighton, Man City.
My host here, he is actually a former Chelsea guy.
Yep. I was at Chelsea Academy.
He was at Chelsea Academy, and Chelsea was just put him on loan, and I had to pay an extra fee to keep him, but he's worth every penny.
And someday I'll be good enough to go and not play for Chelsea.
I already am good enough not to play at Chelsea.
Moving on, Brighton looking to continue their let's just draw enough games and we'll finish in the top 10. Couldn't do it.
The case of Brighton is we're just happy to be here. Oh, and they definitely Brighton. I there's a lot for me to like about Brighton. It's that scrappiness. They're this year's West Ham as far as I'm concerned. They're not that good, but they're just doing it. They're beating the teams they should to stay up a little bit, but they had absolutely no business beating City in this one. And welcome back, Phil Foden. I hope you stick around for a while.
Phil Foden with the brace.
Because you haven't been playing a whole lot. And
Kevin De Bruyne coming off the bench. Somebody else that I was very excited to see. I know I just said I don't care for Brighton very much, but I do like this kid, Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah, he's getting healthy
Good
again.
to see him come back, and I think he may have had the assist.
I think so too.
Another Chelsea Academy player.
Oh my goodness!
Shut up.
Just so we know, they're changing the name.
It's a penalty.
They're changing the name of the league to the English Chelsea League.
The English Chelsea Academy League.
English Chelsea Academy League.
But look at this, very typical City. 23 shots, 14 on target, 53% possession. That means they were giving Brighton enough.
That's only
possession.
2% less than Nagy.
Yeah, there you go, Mr. 53.
Hey, the only thing you should watch is Pep's interview with Sky after the game. If you didn't watch that, then go ahead and watch it. You will enjoy it.
I'll watch his presser later on, and we can talk about it maybe at happy hour or something.
That'd be crazy.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched a lot of post-game pressers this season.
No,
only because I'm watching.
I think you should put Pep Sky Sports, because it was with the Sky guy. You know, it's like him by himself with the Sky reporter after the game.
All right.
Bill Nye, the Sky guy.
So let's move on to the 3 matches that were on the weekend watch list, which Naji missed. But the first one that we're going to talk about is, where is it? West Ham versus Spurs. I was happy to see West Ham win this. Even though points-wise, it would have been better for Arsenal for both of these teams just to draw. But hey, anytime Spurs lose, that's fantastic. But anytime it's Harry Kane's fault, I'll take that as well.
I will lay this squarely at the feet.
Fantastic.
Such uninterested play on that goal. He was just like, I don't care. You just go ahead and score. I don't care.
He's like, I'm going to stay on you here, and you're not going to jump. But he did nothing about his leg.
Is there something about Harry Kane that he's kind of almost personally sabotaging himself so his price tag drops?
No, I don't see that at all. Yeah, all that talk is nonsense.
It's a Harry Kane liquidation sale.
At the end of the day, you're a footballer, and you go out and you try and do your best.
But I don't see that from Harry Kane this year. I don't see him doing that. I see him going through the motions. Even his goal, which he thought was offsides, was just like, he's. And if I'm the rest of the Spurs, I'm like, just go already, because you don't want to be here. It's very obvious. I professionalism aside, he's just no. He's wasting a season because he's just like, meh, I don't care. Why didn't you sell me?
I don't know.
Just one thing. I think Nuno, after the game, he's like, "Oh, the better team lost." I don't know what he was watching.
That's a Mourinho statement.
West Ham were way more dangerous going forward. They were threatening Spurs all game long. They have a balance, and that's what I like with West Ham. They got 2 good center backs in Ogbonna and Kurtzuma. The midfield, those 2 midfielders, Declan Rice and Susek, oh my God, they complement each other's really, really well. Yeah. And then
you could put anybody with Declan Rice, and they're going to complement each other very well.
And then Fornals is growing so much this year. Like he is one of their best players.
Yeah, Fornals really put in a shift that day.
Yeah,
and Cresswell, I gotta say, I mentioned it in one of the early fantasy shows, that Cresswell is clearly looking to be more involved in the attack. And he got an assist. I think he got the assist. He's in on every corner kick, generally. He's in for a lot of the free kicks, but he's been getting a lot more forward. And I've always liked his defending, but he's looking to be a little bit of an asset over there. And this Ben Johnson kid, I think it's Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
He played his ass off, and those are huge boots to fill. Soufal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Soufal's spot, and I don't think Soufal walks in.
I think he's going to have trouble getting his spot back.
He definitely is, man.
I just want to talk about Dele Alli. I said it on the show.
Did he play?
No, he didn't.
Dele Alli did not play.
But what has happened? Like, this guy was so overrated. Right now, he can't even get a game anyway. This guy like fell from a cliff. He is so bad right now. Like, he can't be in a Tottenham team right now.
Yeah, not at all. So that was fantastic to get the loss for Spurs, as we all kind of enjoy watching Tottenham lose. And I feel bad for Nuno, but he should have never done that and gone over. I liked him better. I liked him a lot better.
He is on the hot seat, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, he has to.
That's what I said at the beginning of the year, even before he went on that 3-game win streak in September, got manager of the year or manager of the month. But yeah, I said that at the beginning of the season. These are two individuals, 2 groups, 2 people, whatever. They didn't want one another. And here we are.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on to the last two. What do we have next? We have Mark's favorite team. Mark's little love team, Brentford.
This is a match you got to feel bad for Brentford. They played just as equally well as they did against Chelsea, and Leicester just snuck one in.
That is
snuck
true.
a win away.
Right. That's like they stole that game. They stole it.
Yeah, definitely stole it.
And then another.
Give me a second, guys. I got to talk to these workers that are showing up. Mark, you know how to run this?
Yeah. Just put them back on the screen with Nadia. We don't need to see that. But I tell you, in this game, the difference maker, the second week in a row, Yuri Tillman.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He is fire. That beautiful little lobbing shot last week and that howler from about 25, 26 yards out.
And it's not his
just first. Ridiculous.
This is not his first goal from outside, He scored against Chelsea last year. Remember in the FA Cup final. And since then, man, this guy's been shooting it from outside. This is his second week in a row, I think. He scored one with Man United last week from outside the
area. Yeah, and he had it was just that beautiful little loft that went right over the top,
very nice one,
right in that left-hand corner.
Yeah,
and this was just a rocket.
Now
it just shot right off his fucking foot, and I don't even think it took a bounce. I think it was much the same way where he just comes in and just puts a toe on it. And the crazy thing was, if you watch it, at least this was crazy to me. When he strikes the ball just flies, and the ball doesn't turn.
Yeah,
it's just
like straight.
It's like in pool, I'd call that a stun shot. Where you just stun the ball and it just kind of glides across the felt. This was just gliding through the air, and there was absolutely no turnover.
Yeah, you hit it with power.
It was crazy. Yeah, definitely hit it with power.
Yeah,
he definitely hit it with power.
Leicester played their game. They were counter-attacking Brentford, and what a goal. The second goal was like a perfect counter-attack,
Yeah.
That
you mean the Brentford goal or the second Leicester goal?
No, Leicester City goal. That second one.
The second one.
It was a beautiful counter-attack.
Who scored that?
Madison.
Madison scored that. Good for him. He finally got one.
Yeah, I mean, that one-on-one with the keeper, and then he passed it to Madison. Madison scored.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yes, absolutely. That was a pretty goal.
And then,
I'm glad to see that he's getting a little more time and a little bit better. I miss that. I miss seeing both Madison and Harvey Barnes on the pitch together.
Yes.
But Barnes just kind of fell out of favor there. But
yeah, that is weird. I was like, why is Barnes not playing right now? But again, another goal for Brentford from a set piece. I mean, these guys are so dangerous. And I'm glad that the last 20 minutes of this game was Brentford were dominating corners, throwing again. I was like, man, they're going to score again. There's no chance. But Leicester City was
absolutely. I mean, they this is a game that you watch. You watched it last week with Brentford. You've seen it this week against Leicester City. These are games that you just wish that they won because they played so well.
I like what Mr. Tom has about.
What did Mr. Tom got to say here
about Farke, the Norwich manager? He's like, he will only get sacked if he actually commits a crime. That is true, man.
The Norwich, who Farke?
Yeah,
he's not going anywhere.
Oh God, no.
There he goes. Yeah. And I gotta say, guys, this Brentford manager, I think he's already bought himself like 5 years. 5 more years. Like
there's a lot to like of it.
They could lose the rest of the matches. He's fine. He's fine. It was fantastic.
Villa Martin say that Barnes was injured.
Yes, it was.
Barnes was injured. Yeah.
Oh, is he injured? I didn't think he was. I thought he just kind of was in poor form and hasn't really been able to crack anything.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's move on to the last match.
This is what y'all been waiting for.
This is it.
Y'all been waiting for the Naji rant.
I know.
And here it goes.
and they've been longing to see this graphic that director John worked so hard on. And here we go, guys. Get ready for it. Boom! 5-0. 5-0. Liverpool.
I didn't see it like this.
I don't think anybody.
Was a match
I think we all called.
This is a match that you were like, you would count Man United out, and Man United would somehow win it. Remember last year when you would like, Man U would be down 2-0, 3-0, and they would come back and win. That Man United is in the wind.
And I saw it. You know what was it? It was like 3-0. Going into halftime, and I was like, oh wait, no, here come United are about to go on a break. Is it going to be 3-1? Are they going to get one? And here we go. They come back from halftime, they get another one, and now it's 3-2, and now it's a game. And then it went from, oh wait, actually, no, that's not a foul for United. That's a throw in or something, and boom, 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 Salah scores. Right before halftime, and I'm like, oh, actually, it's gonna go 4-0.
Yeah.
And then it was done. And if you heard Ollie afterwards,
I didn't have the heart to listen to his excuses.
No, the thing is, Ollie never makes excuses, really. Like he's always like, well, you know, we played very well. I don't know why he talks like that, but
Leeds United played fantastic.
But they asked him, they're like, do you second guess your decision to not put Pogba in and to press so much? And he said, look, we are Manchester United. We are playing at Old Trafford. When you come to Old Trafford, like, I believe we have to attack. If you're coming to Old Trafford, we're not going to sit back and let you attack us. Mm-hmm. And he's like, look, Liverpool get a ton of opportunities. They don't take them all. And today, from the get-go, they took every single opportunity, and we got demolished. Yeah. And then even the Ronaldo goal gets called off, and I was like, that wasn't offside.
Oh my!
That wasn't offside.
He was kept onside by something on the other, by somebody on the other side of the pitch. But here's the thing, you know, it's like I'm watching this match at this pub in my neighborhood. It's on Atlantic Avenue. For all you in Brooklyn that watch our show, check out something at Floyd's. It's a really cool place to watch a football match. Vanessa behind the bar is fantastic, and I'm watching it. And is it 3-0 or is it 4-0 when Ronaldo scores? But it's scrubbed off. I think it was 3-0. It was 3-0. Ronaldo scores, and the crowd is dominantly.
It was 4 when Ronaldo scored.
Is dominantly pro Man United, and the crowd goes crazy, and they're like, "Here's our comeback!" And I'm just like, "This is not last year." And then it gets called off, and you could just see the shoulders slump. And I think that was before Pogba got the red card. And you could just see it. They're just, but I gotta hand it to those fans because they're at least sticking around.
No, they were leaving in the 60th minute, man.
And all the anti Man U fans that were there, I think all like 5 of them, were all lamenting about that Cristiano Ronaldo kicked somebody in the balls. And I was just like, well, the ball was in his crotch, and it's a live ball. You were allowed.
It's not a live ball, actually.
It's not.
No. They blew the whistle. It was his ball. It was a foul on Ronaldo, and then he kicks the ball as it's in his stomach, and then he does it harder. He did it. He did it twice after. Maybe the first one, the whistle hadn't blown yet.
Right.
I'll give him that, but I don't think that's even true.
See, I was under the impression it was a live. It was a live.
And I'm sorry, is that not a malicious act?
Oh, it's definitely a malicious act.
And then.
So I don't care that you didn't hit it. You know what you're doing. That's what he's doing. Get off the pitch.
And I'm sorry, Bruno Fernandes coming to Ronaldo's rescue with Van Dijk in the middle. Come on, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, get out of here. You know, I'm sorry. No. Bruno Fernandes is not gonna fight Van Dijk there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But this is shameful. This is horrendous for Man United. They lost 3 of the last 4 games, and in those 3 losses, they conceded 10 goals.
They've given up 9 goals in the
10
last
goals.
2 games.
10
That is
goals.
9 and 2.
9 in
9
2
and 2,
weeks.
10 and 3. 10 and 3 games that they lost. They conceded 15 goals already this season in 9 games. You know who they play next? Spurs and then City. So
Spurs is going to smell blood.
You know what? For as bad as Arsenal are,
uh-huh.
we're level on points with Manchester United. So hey, we'll take that. We'll take that relegation sitting in the bottom earlier this season.
You know,
I've told you guys that's going to be a source of pride for me that we were on the bottom for 3 weeks. Just watch.
And this is
how high
is
we
all,
climb.
You are one injury to Thomas Partey away from going
Thomas
back to
Partey is no.
Ole,
Get out of here.
Get out
What
of
up?
here.
What's going on? Don't waste the tweet.
Yo, what's going on?
Ole gets the blame. Ole gets the blame for sure. You know, he plays Fred and McTominay again. Guys, did you guys know that they rank 5th? McTominay and Fred, they rank 5th and 8th among United starters in terms of touches. What does that tell you? That the ball cannot go through them in order to get to the attackers. If they are 5th and 8th, so what they're good for, what they're good at, passing the ball.
Yeah.
You know, so both of them are not.
Yeah, that was the one area that wasn't addressed by United in the offseason.
No, but tell me, why is Harry Maguire playing if he is that bad? Because he's not that bad. He's not that bad of a center back.
He's gotten better than he did last week.
No,
it was watching the Three Stooges back there.
Oh, in the beginning, they couldn't figure it out.
Did you see when Salah scored on one of the goals, he was pushing Luke Shaw to defend, like go this, you know, like Luke Shaw was the best left back in the Euros. Luke Shaw, all the goals yesterday by Liverpool were on Luke Shaw's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy was embarrassing yesterday. Maguire was an embarrassment too. But let me tell you one thing: since Ole got hired, 3.5.
Hey, that guy's sitting in my spot.
United spent.
What the hell?
You look great, man. You look great.
I'm thinner than him.
Keep going.
No, go.
Since
Conche caught it.
Since Ole got hired 3 years ago, United spent already £312 million on player. That's number one. Number one. You know, this season through 9 games, they have 104 tackles so far in 9 games. That's 20th. What does that tell you? They're not fighting. There's no tackles.
No, there's a lot of disinterest in that team right now, and I was reading an article on ESPN that was just like that Ollie's starting to lose the locker room, and I was just like, I think that's a couple of weeks too late. I can't imagine how much longer is Ronaldo going to be like.
Jason,
even
they literally
happy.
just got here. They literally just got here and are taking a break.
They're union in this city. They're union, and you don't fuck with the unions. At least in this town, they put you in the cement.
Sí, aquí. Sí, no problem.
So anyway, I officially would like to start the On the Stoop, Ollie Solskjaer.
Oh, I thought you were going to start
march.
The On the Stoop, Get Off My Stoop fund.
I'm going to start the Ollie Death March, and the clock starts now. I read who the Conte. Look, that guy is a hardcore.
It's about to get loud here, guys. So we're gonna have to cut this
discipline guy. So I think that's what United need. Man United needs. They need a little bit of. They need a little bit of discipline.
All right, guys. So the guys on the stoop are telling us that it's about time to end the show. In their little
I
ways.
thought it was good. They're watching it on their phones. They're like, "This sucks.
We can hear fine. I don't know what it sounds like for them, but guys, it's been an awesome recap. It was an awesome weekend, and we're looking forward to some midweek football tomorrow. We have Arsenal taking on Leeds United in the Carabao Cup, and I'm sure there's other teams that are playing, but nobody cares about all that. So
waiting for that one.
We will be live immediately after the match. So join us for all the nonsense.
For
Jason's
this one,
killing it
for
today.
this one tomorrow, should I put on the Leeds jersey just to balance this guy?
Ooh,
Should
put
put
that
it
in the comments. Let's
Let me
see.
know. Should I get that 70? What was it? 1976 jersey, the one with the collar.
Yeah, the Admiral.
The Admiral. Should I bring that? Should I wear it?
So,
for the
guys,
match?
before we, as soon as they kick the machine back on, we're gonna call it a day, just because it's gonna get very, very loud. So while we're still on here, put in the comments, what do you guys think is gonna be the scoreline tomorrow? Arsenal versus Leeds United. Also, what is the match that you are most looking forward to in this coming weekend?
Yeah,
it cannot be Norwich Leeds. I'm sorry. That cannot be the biggest one.
Let us know what you're going to watch outside of your own club.
Blah, blah, blah. They're talking crap anyway, so who cares what they have to say?
And we're back.
And Conche says just call it the Tony Curie shirt. Tony, I'm going to look that up when I get home, and I'm going to watch everything I can about him, and I'll just be that much knowledgeable and that much farther away from, or closer to being kicked off the show.
It's going to be a 2-2 draw with Leeds winning 4-2 on pens.
Wow.
We'll see about that. All right, guys, but it's been a lot of fun. We'll see you tomorrow after the show, and we'll do a quick little fantasy talk tomorrow as well.
Absolutely.
Got to give what's up props to Terry. Second week in a row, he's won the week.
That's right.
Love you guys.
Peace out from
Peace
Brooklyn,
out, Najee.
folks.
Thank you. Adios, bitches. That's a new one. That's a new